Yo, what up? How you guys doing out there today? This is your boy Roto Beast. I'm here with my boy Jeremy. We're here to break down tonight's NFL Week 7 Monday Showdown slate. If you're new to this channel, please make sure and click the subscribe button below so you can watch all of our NFL, NBA, and MLB videos. And if you haven't came and checked out our website here at dfscheatsheet.com, you're absolutely missing out. We have all the tools to help you compete with the pros day in and day out, including a complete optimizer, tons of content, daily FanDuel and DraftKings cash lineups. Hey, we're truly a one-stop shop for our DFS needs. So make sure to come check out the site here at dfscheatsheet.com. So what up, Jeremy? How you doing out there, bro?
Yo, what's up, man? How you doing?
Doing pretty good. Another day, another week of NFL cashing on main slate. Rolling into NBA tomorrow. It's a very exciting time right now. I'm on the site and I'm looking to keep the money rolling.
NBA, man. NBA is back. It's crazy. It's
Hey,
crazy.
it's my favorite. I'm super excited. I can't wait till tomorrow. Even though it's a small slate tomorrow, I'm ready to go for sure. So
The
yeah, I mean, let's
the
today.
absolute funniest thing about tomorrow with NBA is the fact that it's two games and everybody is all there's so many people who are asking us, "Oh, you're putting the cash lineup out, you're putting the cash lineup out." Like people are chomping at the bit to play NBA. Like, relax. It's a whole NBA season, man. And the two games is not the cash game slate, man. It's not. Just play some tournaments, take advantage of FanDuel's giving away 250K for a $4 entry. So play that.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with you. So yeah, man, let's just jump in and talk about tonight's slate. We got it's kind of an ugly slate. I mean, in my opinion, you got the Patriots who are just been looking almost unstoppable all year. You got the Jets, who actually, I mean, they looked really good last week going against our Cowboys with Darnold back, but I don't know if they're going to be able to continue that today against this Patriots defense. So yeah, I'm ready to jump in. You ready to go?
Yeah, let's get it.
Cool. So we'll start at quarterback. I mean, it's easy. You got Tom Brady. You got Sam Darnold. Last week you talked about Tom Brady kind of coming out and having a monster game. You felt like it was coming, and he had a pretty good game. The crazy thing is we know Tom Brady always throws touchdowns, but he usually doesn't run them. And last week he came out and he ran for two touchdowns, got you 23 fantasy points. So I'm not gonna say it was a disappointing week. It was a solid week. It was just surprising that he didn't throw no touchdowns. Yeah, so I like him against the Jets today. Darnold on the flip side. He looked good last week. I don't know how he's going to be able to perform today against the Patriots. We always talk about the Patriots. They're one of the best teams when it comes to game plans. So what's your thoughts on these two quarterbacks?
First of all, Tom Brady has 22 rushing touchdowns in his career, bro. 22.
I know, but bro, in a
He,
20-year career,
but look, here's the thing about Tom Brady rushing touchdowns. If they got the ball inside the 2 yard line, look for Tom Brady to sneak it. That's the Patriots. It's simple football. It's right there. No need to get tricky with it and hand it off. He'll quarterback sneak it. So last week they found himself in that situation and he snuck it in. So Tom Brady is clearly the best option to quarterback tonight. Period. Point blank. End of story. I know people are going to want to use Sam Darnold, and you know what? Rightfully so. Use Sam Darnold as a flex play in some lineups, but I think you're better suited using. I just have a really hard time saying this, but I think you're better suited using the kicking option for the Jets than you are Sam Darnold. This defense for New England is really, really good. I understand it's a divisional game, but this defense is really, really, really good, man. And they've shut down guys like Robbie Anderson. You're one of your favorite players coming off a big week. They've shut him down. So it's Tom Brady, man. He's the best pick.
oh yeah, no, definitely easy. The only problem with picking Tom Brady is like we've been talking about. Since we started these showdown videos at the beginning of NFL season, is we got to differentiate ourselves. On these slates, and everybody's going to be on Tom Brady. That's an easy pick. Moving to running backs, let's see what we could kind of dig up. Obviously Le'Veon Bell takes a big workload in this offense. He's probably going to be the guy that I would say that the Patriots are going to try to take out the game, and they're going to try to make Sam Darnold throw. You got Sonny Michel. You got James White. Burkhead is out with a foot injury. You got Brandon Bolden on the Jet side of things. You also got Ty Montgomery getting a little bit of work. What's your thoughts on these running backs?
I actually think Le'Veon Bell is the best play, and let me tell you why. I think he's the best play for one reason. Stephon Gilmore. And the reason I think Stephon Gilmore makes Le'Veon Bell the best play is because the Patriots can naturally take away Robbie Anderson with Stephon Gilmore. And if you take a look, I know I'm jumping ahead to receivers, but I'm going to tie it together. Week 12 of 2016, 2 receptions, 34 yards. You can go back to week 16, week 6. I mean, go all the way back to 2016, and the most receptions that Robbie Anderson has ever had against the Patriots is 4, no touchdowns. So, having said that, it's a lot easier to say, let's make a young quarterback in Sam Darnold throw the football into our really good secondary, and let's keep Le'Veon Bell kind of in check in a bend or don't break type defense. So I think Le'Veon Bell can tack some stats up between the 20s, but I think that it's a lot easier strategically for them to take the receiving options away and just let Le'Veon Bell be the guy they contain, if that makes sense. So I like Le'Veon Bell as the best option on the Jets. That's why I probably like the kicking option a little bit better than I do the quarterback for the Jets. But I think Le'Veon Bell is their top option. I agree with you. Belichick always takes something away. And I think because of Stephon Gilmore, that will allow them to say, look, let's use our really good secondary and let's make Sam Darnold throw the ball into it. And with that, we can bracket guys. We can play 2-man. We can play under over coverage. And we can just force Le'Veon Bell, kind of funnel Le'Veon Bell. If he wants, make him check the ball to him out of the backfield. We can rally up and make tackles. So I think Bell will have a pretty productive night. He may even get in the end zone, but I think that they're going to let Bell kind of in a bend or don't break defense function tonight, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying completely. Like, okay, hey, we'll let you get these little 3 or 4 yard runs over and over, and just kind of keep everything in front of us and make them do long drives. Basically, what you're saying, correct?
Right. The second point I would make to that is we saw every team in the league do this for 4 weeks against the Jets. Let Le'Veon Bell get as much as he wanted, and we'll just make the quarterback beat us, right? So I think they can naturally do that with the secondary that they have in place without doing too much, play a 4-2 front, and just kind of force Le'Veon Bell to kind of, 3 and 4. And they'll come up with some exotic looks. They'll confuse the quarterback, et cetera, et
Yeah.
cetera, et cetera.
So, what do you think? I mean, you're the Patriot running back whisperer, bro. Whose night is it tonight?
What's the spread?
A lot. Let me look real quick for you. The
The
spread
spread
that
the spread is always going to – what is it?
it's 10 right now.
So then I mean at 10, right? At 10 I would rank them as James White 1, Sonny Michelle 2. And that's kind of how I would attack that. I think that it
No
also
bull.
depends here on Brandon Bolden. The reason why I called that, I didn't have any information, man. I just look the Patriots. You kind of have to look at what the spread is and what you think the game flow is going to go and who's available, right? And
Right.
in this type of a game, if it's a huge spread, right? Vegas pretty much nails the Patriots. I mean, there's not too many times where they don't cover. So
Right.
you're looking at Philip Dorsett questionable. You're looking at, the tight end situation is kind of uncertain for the Patriots. So they do have where they have a whole bunch of weapons is the running back position. I mean, they've got Michelle, they've got White, they've got Bolden, they've got Rex Burkhead, they've got all these guys they can plug in. Julian Edelman playing really well this year. To me, that's the top receiver to play in this game is Julian Edelman. He's torched the Jets throughout his career. But I would rank it as James White 1, and then I would go with Michelle as 2, thinking that the Patriots get out to a lead, you'll see Sonny Michelle rack some stats up in the third quarter. That's kind of where I would think if this goes according to plan, kind of what will happen. James White is a guy I think you can definitely put in the MVP spot because of his ability to catch the football out of the backfield, the way they include him in the passing game. And if Josh Gordon is going to be out today, which he's already
Yeah,
been ruled out,
he's
so
already ruled.
with Josh Gordon out, you need another receiving guy that kind of puts Rex Burkhead back into the picture. And if
It's
you look,
Burkhead's going to be out today as well.
is Burkhead now out?
Yeah,
See,
Burkhead is out.
I hadn't seen Burkhead out, so that just makes me love James White even more. I mean, to me, that's
Yeah.
the guy you can put in your MVP spot because of his ability to catch the football. They love to use him on the wheel and pick. They like to use him in the flat. They like to use him in the check down the middle of the field. Plus, he'll get a couple of carries as well. So James White, I think, is the most multifaceted player in this game. It's funny because Le'Veon Bell is by far the better skilled guy there, but I think James White could have a better Le'Veon Bell type game.
Yeah, no, for sure. I agree with you. I definitely like White with the way that it's going down with the wide receivers right now. So we'll move on to the wide receivers. Definitely Julian Edelman with Gordon out is the top wide receiver on the slate. Robbie Anderson, he had a good week against the Cowboys. I don't expect him to have the same kind of week. I mean, really for me, it's Julian Edelman. Dorsett's looking like he's probably going to play. I think that you can look at him a little bit as well. Um, yeah, I mean, I really don't got too much interest in the Jets receivers. If anybody's going to do anything, it's going to either be Anderson or it's going to be Jamison Crowder. But I really think it's just Julian Edelman is the easy wide receiver. I mean, I really don't got much else on wide receivers. What's your thoughts on that?
No, I mean, look, with Gordon out, Dorsett is battling a hamstring injury as well. So, there's that. And then a guy you could possibly take a look at as a sleeper type play is a guy, Jacoby Myers, with Josh Gordon out, or Gunnar Ozleski is another guy who would probably take some slot reps since Gordon's not going to play. Those are two receivers you could possibly look at that unless you're watching this show or you're just a Patriots fan, probably don't know that Jacoby Myers and Gunnar Ozleski exist on that roster. But, it's kind of funny, a guy that I was on all week ends up being, for the Packers, Lazard ends up being the chalkiest of chalk plays yesterday. It's kind of funny. Everybody kind of gravitates to the chalk somehow, some way, right?
For sure. Man, we talked about the wide receiver position being a little bit ugly. Tight end is just as ugly. You got, the Jets starting tight end is doubtful. This guy, Ryan Izzo, on the Patriots side of things, he's out with a concussion. You got any interest in any of these tight ends?
I believe Ryan Griffin has caught 8 of 10 targets this year. Right? He's got 10 targets this year for 45 yards and 8 catches. So the tight end spot is extremely ugly. I would tell you, look, Matt LaCosse and Ryan Griffin are the two guys to get exposure to. I would do it in such a limited capacity, and I would do it.
LaCosse will be out for tonight.
I thought that Izzo was the guy that was out. It's LaCosse?
It's looking like both of them.
Okay, so I mean, they just signed. What's his name? Is he active?
Ben Watson.
Ben Watson, right? I mean, he knows the offense. He's been here before, so
right.
I mean, that's your tight end play, man. And I would tell you that I would get limited exposure to tight ends.
Right, for sure.
Exposure.
Finish it off real quick. We always talk about it. Kickers. You got Mike Nugent for the Jets, and you got Sam Ficken. You got Mike Nugent for the Patriots and Sam Ficken for the Jets. You like any of these kickers?
So Nugent has been signed because of the injury to Gostkowski, and he's kicked 3 field goals. He's made 2. He's missed 2 extra points. He's not Mr. Consistent. I don't really like either one, to be honest with you. But, I mean, if you're looking to fill your roster out, Ficken's a little cheaper. But the Patriots should have far more scoring opportunities in this game.
For sure. I mean, it's kind of an ugly slate. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, we got a lot of injuries. We're still waiting on some news, that we're going to have to wait on to a little bit before game time. But that's really where we're at for breaking down our NFL Week 7 Monday Showdown slate. We will be back later in the week breaking down all of our positions for Week 8, and we got a bunch of other stuff coming up with NBA starting tomorrow. So make sure to check out the site, dfscheatsheet.com, and take a look on your guys' contest tonight, all right? Peace out.